Well, lots of trading going on at the winter meetings.
The big one that we just told you about, in case you missed it, Brett Saberhagen and Bill Pecota from the Royals to the Mets, to Kevin McReynolds and Greg Jeffries and Keith Miller. Bill Pecota, of course, the big name in the trade. Brett Saberhagen is just kind of a throw-in and feel like that. Some other big moves, though. That big M could stand for a big move for the Mariners. About ready to abandon ship in Seattle, the M's seem to be sailing closer and closer to Florida. Take a look now at the hottest T-shirt at baseball's winter meetings in Miami. Hey, these folks are ready, whether the M's make the move to the Bay Area next season or in '93. It's been less than a week since Mariners owner Jeff Smulian announced he was putting the team up for sale and giving local interests 120 days to buy it, or else it's off to greener pastures. And it looks like Smulian's friends in the ownership fraternity are going to back him.
I know this owner would support Jeff in anything he decides to do.
Including a move.
But whatever he decides to do, I'd be for him. But I think he's handled his business in Seattle very well.
But if somebody in Seattle doesn't come up with $100 million within the next 4 months, the M's will probably be doing business in Tampa Bay or somewhere else before too long. Meantime, Mike Greenwell is back home in Cape Coral while his name is bandied about at the winter meetings. Recent elbow surgery will keep him from casting that fishing line for a while, and word is the Red Sox are dangling Greenwell as trade bait. So far, nobody is bitten. Mike would be very happy to stay with Boston so he could enjoy spring training at home. The Sox will move their camp to Fort Myers in '93, and the stadium will include a little piece of Boston, a huge left field wall just like Fenway Park's Green Monster.
Well, I hope so. You know, I always use the extra practice. There's no doubt about it. And, you know, I think that's one thing special about Fenway Park's that monster. And, you know, I'm glad that I'm the guy playing it. And it'd be nice to have my friends and family and all my fans here in town get to see me play it right here in town.
That's if there's no trade, which looks less likely tonight because the Red Sox say they're no longer interested in free agent slugger Danny Tartabull. And if they can land Frank Viola, they're not going to have to trade Greenwell to get a starting pitcher. Well, Magic Johnson says he feels great, and he's looking forward to the 1992 Olympic Games. The former Lakers star, who retired after contracting the HIV virus, disproved rumors of failing health today by shooting around with his old coach Pat Riley in New York for a half hour. Magic says he runs 4 miles a day, and his workouts haven't stopped while he's being treated. On the floor in Miami tonight, the Heat broke a 5-game losing streak by clipping the Cavs. Look at that move by Glenn Rice, who puts it up and in to put Miami up 48-35. Rice had 21. He gets the lucky bounce here on the three-pointer. Heat by 6 at the break, and they held on late. Off the miss here, Rice will grab the rebound. Grant Long will find Willie Burton underneath for the deuce. Final, Heat 105, Cavs 103. Ronnie Cycli had 20 points and 24 rebounds. The Knicks are 8-0 at home after beating Seattle. The Nuggets beat the Sixers. Derek Harper had 35, and the Mavs win, and the T-Wolves lost to the Spurs by 13. And a bad back may put Vinny Testaverde back on the Bucks bench. He's listed as questionable for Saturday's game against the Bears in Chicago, and if Vinny can't go, young Jeff Carlson would get the start. He saw his first real game action 7 weeks ago in the loss to the Packers. He didn't exactly distinguish himself with 3 interceptions, but then again, nobody else did either. And the way things are going in Tampa Bay, who knows? Carlson could be the starter next year, or you and I could. Somebody's going to be.
We may want to check that out. Thanks.